welcome to the Marley Bird YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to make the vertical herringbone crochet blanket. This blanket is so pretty. It has a lot of texture and is visually appealing. It's also very easy. It seems deceptively so. It looks like it would be very hard to make, but it only uses chains, single crochets, and double crochets. With my help, you'll be making this blanket in no time. This is a free pattern from yarnspirations.com. I've put a link in the video description box right down there below. And while you're down there, go ahead and smash that like button so that way we can be sure to let other people know you enjoyed this video. Once you have that free pattern and your materials, join me back here and we can get started with this stitch pattern. The herringbone stitch pattern is really lovely, and it is just a 2-row repeat. And on the right side row, you'll see you have these chains that are really raised up on the right side of the fabric, and that's what creates this cool herringbone look. How neat is that? We keep the side edges in this single crochet chain 1 stitch on both sides, and then there are double crochet chain 1s behind those chains on the front. This is a very simple stitch pattern. We will be using a size H crochet hook and a worsted weight yarn for this particular design. The instructions have us chain 177. For the video, I will be doing a smaller amount, and the repeat is 12 plus 9. And there's 9. So I have one repeat of 12 plus 9. I now will jump into pattern, and this is a right side row. We double crochet in the 5th chain from hook. You never count the one on your hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will yarn over, go into that chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now all of these skip stitches here, they count as a double crochet and a chain 1 and then a double. I'm going to take a stitch marker, and if we're looking at the hook, the loop behind the hook, you can see that like that V, so that's the first one. Skip the next one and put your marker in the following one right there. I'm going to put my stitch marker into that spot because that will be the stitch or the chain I work into at the end of the next row, and that's very important. It's hard to find otherwise. Now I carry on with the pattern, which is this. I chain 1 and I will skip the next chain and double crochet in the next. So I chained 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next chain. And I will do this all the way down the row. That's what that star means in the pattern. I chain 1, skip a chain, double crochet in the next chain. I'm doing a row of basically just double crochets and chain 1. So far so good. Let's go ahead and move on to row 2. You will turn your work and we begin row 2 with a chain 1. Now we will place a single crochet in this very first double crochet there. All right, if you want to put a marker there, you can, but I feel like you're going to be able to find the last stitch from here on out. It's just on that first row that we needed a little help. Now I will chain 1, come to the next double crochet and single crochet, chain 1, come to the next double crochet and single crochet. All right, so that's what was in the parentheses, and we did that twice. Now, here is our repeat that we will continue to repeat all the way down the row. We will chain 1 and then double crochet in the next double crochet. And we do that a total of 4 times. So that was 1. Now we chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, and that's 2. Chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, that's 3. Chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, and that's 4. Now the next part of the parentheses we will do twice. We chain 1, single crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the next double crochet. all of that from this chain one all the way down to that single crochet, you repeat down to the last 2 stitches. And you might be like, well, I don't know what I have here. I don't have 2 stitches here. You have what you need right here. Okay, so here we go. Let's see here. We're down here to this last bit where my marker is. We will chain 1. We will skip the next chain 1 space, and we will single crochet in the last double crochet, which is right there. It's that marked stitch, because remember, that counted as a double crochet. This is really the background of the entire blanket. It's on the foreground that we will work those chains to create the herringbone type look. But the blanket itself is really in this shape. As I bring in my swatch here, we're looking at the back side of it. If I set one on top of the other here, what we're looking at over here, this set right here, those are the single crochets that are represented right here. These doubles are represented right here, and these single crochets are represented right here. So it's just a replica of what the back of this swatch looks like. It's just 1 repeat. The swatch is 2 repeats, and your blanket is way more than that. So let's go ahead and turn our work and continue on to row 3. I don't need this marker anymore, so I can go ahead and remove it. And let's begin row 3. And row 3 is what is going to start off your row repeat. You repeat rows 3 and 4 for the entire blanket. So it's important to understand this row. This is a right side row, so this is the row we will begin to build the herringbone. We start off with a chain 1. We single crochet in the first single crochet. Then we chain 1, single crochet in the next single crochet. Chain 1, single crochet in the next single crochet. Okay, you with me so far? Here's where we're going to build our herringbone. We will chain 5. I want you to skip 2 double crochets. So we're going to skip a double, and in the next chain 1 space, we're going to drop down. So we're going to come down here to that chain 1 space, and we're going to work into the actual chain. So I'm going to put my hook into the actual chain, and now we work a slip stitch. So I yarn over, pull a loop through, and then pull that loop through the loop on my hook. Now I will chain 5. I will skip 2 double crochets, come over here to this single, and work a single crochet into that single, chain 1, and then single crochet into the next single. That is your repeat, okay? So you would repeat that chain 5, single and 2, that chain 1 in the row below, chain 5, single into the single, chain 1, single into the single. You do that all the way to the end of the row, and when we get to the end, we will skip this last chain 1, we chain 1, and we single into that last stitch there. Okay? Now once again, let's bring in my swatch here so you can see what we've done. Okay? So we did our singles, we chained 5, we dropped down to the row below, we did a slip stitch, we chained 5, we went to the next single, we did a single, chain 1, single, then you chain 5, come across, and we dropped down to the row below and did a slip stitch, chain 5, came over to the next single crochet, did a single, chain 1, single, and at the end of the row, we chain 1 and single into the last stitch. See how that works up along the entire row? That's the right side. So on the wrong side, which is a row 4, we now will work back, but we will not work into those chain 5 sections. We will actually work into the double crochets that we skipped over, and it'll come out perfectly. So let's turn our work and begin row 4. So we have a chain 1, single crochet in the first single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the next single, chain 1, single crochet in the next single, and here we go. We're going to chain 1, you're going to go to the first double crochet right here, and we will double crochet. I'm completely moving those chain 5s out of the way. They are a non-entity to me. They're just hanging out there. Whoa. Then I chain 1, double crochet in the next double, chain 1, double crochet in the next double, chain 1, double crochet in the next double. Okay, so now I've worked into each one of those double crochets that I had skipped over. I chain 1, single crochet into the next single, chain 1, single crochet into the next single. That is your full repeat. It's just like row 2, isn't it? You know, only this time we are skipping in front of those chain 5s. They weren't there on row 2. But can you see how that works up? You do that all the way to the end of the row. At the end of the row, you chain 1, skip that chain 1, and single crochet at the end. Brilliant, isn't it? And now we turn and we repeat. Super easy. Let's do it one more time. So this is row 3. This is our first repeat. So I chain 1, single crochet in the first single, chain 1, single crochet in the next single, chain 1, single crochet in the next single, and I will chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will skip 2 double crochets, and underneath the next chain 1, I will go to this one. So I'm not going to this one, but the one underneath it. I will work into it and do a slip stitch. Chain 5, skip 2 double crochets, come all the way over here to these singles, put a single into the first one, chain 1, put a single into the next one, and then you would repeat from this chain 5 again to the last 2 stitches, which is chain 1, skip a chain 1, single crochet in the last. Turn my work. This would be row 4. Again, we have to build our background fabric, so I chain 1, single in the first, chain 1, single in the next, chain 1, single in the next. Now I chain 1, and I'm going to, again, I'm moving those chain 5s out of the way so I can get to my double crochet fabric here. I double crochet in the first double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the second double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the third, chain 1, and double crochet in the fourth. Chain 1, single crochet, so I got to find my single, there's my single, chain 1, single into the next single, and then that would be your repeat. Till you get to the end, you chain 1, single in the last single. See how easy that is? And it just gives such a impactful stitch pattern right there. I mean, it just really shows up, and these are loose, like there's nothing holding them down other than that one slip stitch right there. And with the entire fabric itself, it just looks really super cool with all of these herringbone type stitches across the entire row. The pattern indicates that you should repeat rows 3 and 4 until your blanket measures 52 inches or 132 centimeters, ending on a row 4. Once your blanket is complete, go ahead and weave in all of your tails and then add fringe to the edges. All right, guys, I hope you make this blanket, and if you do, be sure to share with me on social media. Use hashtag #MarleyBird so that way I can find your project, and smash your like button. And if you have not done so, please subscribe to the Marley Bird YouTube channel and click that notification bell so you are notified whenever I go live or release a new video. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye. Hey, thanks for joining me today on the channel. If you want more videos just like that one, check out some of these other videos that I've already handpicked for you. And don't forget to hit subscribe so that way you're up to date whenever I release a new video. And don't forget, smash that like button, as my kids say. Bye, guys.